DC here. Hi guys and gals. Well, it's a Friday lunch break vlog. Walking along, seeing that the battery is going down. Always are these days, it seems. Okay, but that is not going to be subject of the vlog, by far not. I was scanning today the New York Times, as I usually do on mornings, I was going to say. Checking out for interesting articles that could be used for my work, and of course I saw one of the headlines was that Ralph Waite had passed away yesterday. So, oh, by the way, happy Valentine's Day to all the ladies out there. Yeah, so Ralph Waite, and I thought, like, well, again, that's little part of my childhood that seems to be going away. I mean, Ralph Waite was John Walton Sr. In the Waltons, and for many people, he was really the epitome or the figure of what a dad should be, what a man should be. And when I think about it, there's a lot in there. I mean, he was not perfect. That's something I liked about the person. I mean, they never pictured him as perfect, which means he was real. They pictured him as wise, still making mistakes, but a man that had no fear of saying that he'd made a mistake. For me, that's a real man. You know, a guy who has courage, stand up to his opinions, and courage to say, you know, I messed up on this one. There really is something. There's another thing about him that I really liked, and I'm not talking about Ralph Waite really in a way. I guess I'm talking about John Walton. But I've heard a lot of good things about Ralph Waite. But one thing as well was to show grace. He showed a lot of grace. What I mean by grace is not the way he was acting and this and that, but free giving. Free giving of love, free giving of pardon, free giving, I would say, of... There's just something about the way he accepted people most of the time in that show. There was a lot of times, you know, when people were down and out, and yeah, he would be there for them. Now, Ralph Waite. You know something? I don't know all. Well, there went that battery again. I'm getting a little bit annoyed and almost worried. It said 40 minutes. I have not been talking 40 minutes. Maybe it sounded like that. Well, I was talking about Ralph Waite, though. And what I have read of him is that over several years, I think he had probably was married 3 times, and he had, so to say, lost religion and got it back in the last few years. He was a Presbyterian minister. And it's kind of interesting also, I mean, those of you who remember the way he was on the television show, well, you hear the actors of the old actors of the Waltons, which will, you know, they're talking a lot, give a lot of praise to him, and they were giving that before he died, so that's a good sign, I guess. Well, what about it? What more should I say about it? Not much, I guess. I just felt like talking a little bit about him, and frankly, a lot of the values that he represented in that show are values that I feel are or should be mine. And I really do like it. You know, a lot of people would say, oh, the Waltons, it was so sugary and not. Well, you know something? If you really watch it, you'll see it was not really sugary. So many themes have been taken up in the Waltons, be it xenophobia, racism, women's rights, a whole bunch of things about the depression, the value of work, the value of learning, the value of good values. I mean, anything going from should you dance, should you wear short skirts, should you be this, should you be that. A lot of things were discussed there. Sugary, no. Remember all the things discussing about the war, conscientious objectives. That's not the way it should be said. Conscientious objectors, carrying arms, and so on and so on. It was all touched there. Sugary? Well, goodness sakes, you need a bit of sugar just when you got all those things going on. Man, there was a lot of things that were discussed in that. Plus, there was a lot of humor. Yeah, anyway, Ralph Waite made me think about all that. And that'll be DC signing off. I hope this stupid battery lie stands up for a while. Anyway, DC standing off. Take care. Bye-bye.